Welcome back to the NFL Draft Bible Player Spotlight Show. I am your host, Chris Shanafelt. Happy to be bringing you the names that you need to know first since 2002 for the 2017 NFL Draft now. Of course, we are presented by the College Gridiron Showcase. We wrapped up the third annual College Gridiron Showcase and Symposium last month. A huge success, well over 100 scouts from 30 of the 32 NFL teams were in attendance. NFL Draft Bible, we were on location. Of course, visit cgsallstar.com, as well as the brand new and free NFLDraftBible.com website where you can find scouting reports, player interviews such as this one, and more. So again, NFLDraftBible.com. It's the place to be. Anyways, let's cut to the chase. Joining the Player Spotlight Show now is 2017 NFL Draft prospect out of Northern Illinois University. He's the running back, Bouagnon. And Joel, we appreciate you taking some time. Again, we're a month removed from the CGS. Can you tell myself and the listeners about your experience and what you feel you gained out of it?
Being at the College Gridiron Showcase, and it was a good experience. There was a lot of exposure and a lot of good competition to go up against in front of all the scouts. So, it was a real good opportunity, to get out there. We had 2 days of practice, doing a lot of drills, doing a lot of one-on-ones. Everything you could ask for, and it was a good format to get your skills out there.
Absolutely, and again, well over 100 scouts were in attendance. You don't need to go into much detail if you don't want to, Joel. But what were some of the conversations like that you had with teams? Were there any bizarre questions asked?
There were questions about, kind of like past history. I guess like what kind of your hobbies were. I guess like bizarre questions. Yeah, it would be like kind of what your hobbies are, what you like to do in your free time. Some of the stuff kind of got outside of the world of football. They just kind of asked like how you are as a person. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, they're pretty straightforward. Like, what kind of offense do you run? Like, talk me through your past pro scheme. They just kind of want to see how football savvy you are.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, and now moving on. Now tell us about your journey to Northern Illinois. How you ultimately landed there. Looking back, seeing what you were able to do in high school, Joel. You were a 2-time All-State back at Aurora Christian, and as a senior, you helped lead the team to a state championship victory in which you were the game's MVP. And you also made a lot of noise on the defensive side of the ball, seeing as you were the team's defensive MVP as well. What was that whole recruiting cycle like for you, and how did you ultimately decide that NIU was going to be the best fit for you?
Right. So yeah, NIU. That's as you know, it's kind of like in my backyard. I had a decent amount of noise, recruiting wise, but I felt like NIU was kind of like the best fit for me. They had, a good history of running backs in the past. Like they had Garrett Wolf, they had Michael Turner, they had Chad Span. And I felt like I had a good opportunity to play early when I was coming in. Just like how the people that were there before me. I took my opportunity. I got offered the scholarship. I kind of saw like, all right, this is the right spot for me to develop more as a running back. And like I said, I thought I'd have an opportunity to play early, and that was kind of a big thing for me. So
yeah, exactly.
That's why I chose NIU.
You get to NIU and you got an opportunity to see some playing time right away as a true freshman. Fast forward to your junior year, in which you're the team's starting running back. And you finished the season with nearly 1,300 rushing yards and 18 rushing touchdowns. How would you describe the success you had your junior year, and do you feel that teams were more prepared for you in 2016 as a senior based off of the success that you had as a junior?
Oh, yeah, so my success was my junior year. It kind of, I remember like specifically I was training like something else, something completely different that sophomore summer coming in because I knew I was going to have the reins. And it just kind of happened game by game. I looked at every game like next step, never looked ahead. And then when the season came to an end, I looked back and I was like, wow, that was a good season. Mm-hmm. So definitely, yeah, I feel like coming into this season, teams were definitely, I had made my name and made my mark out there. So like for sure they knew about me. And they're gonna try to make a point to stop my running. So.
And obviously you're a running back, but talk about what it's like to play, I guess, in the same offense, or also have another big time playmaker at wide receiver, Kenny Galladay. I mean, you two right there. I mean, you guys were Northern Illinois' offense, basically. I mean, what's that like knowing that there's another big time playmaker on the same side of the ball as you?
I mean, it's great. Honestly, I mean, it makes it that's when the game gets very fun. You know what I mean? I mean, because you can do your thing. Obviously, like you're trying to play your hardest, and then you know, you can start setting up like play action passes, or you can start setting up like all these different types of plays because you have threats all over the field. I mean, we had a large number of good receivers, but yeah, having Kenny outside for sure helped a lot, and it also it helped with like emptying some of the pressure out of the box for sure. When teams wanted to pack us in, then we just threw it overhead, or when they wanted to cover deep on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, definitely, it makes it a lot more fun, and it opens a lot of doors for success for different types of plays.
Yeah, I mean a ton of plays made by the two of you for sure over the years. Now this past season, November 1st, you guys hosted Bowling Green, and you're able to score a career high 5 touchdowns on 28 total touches for 165 yards. If you had to choose a game for a scout to go back and watch, would it be that game against Bowling Green from this past season, or is there another game that you have in mind that sticks out?
You said from this season?
Really just the past 4 or 5 years.
The past 4 or 5 years? Oh, you got me thinking. Hold on. That'd be one of them. I mean, just because of the touchdowns, but I don't know. I think I had a good showing against Buffalo my junior year. And Miami of Ohio my junior year as well.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely. I mean, that Bowling Green one is special just because, obviously because the amount of touchdowns in it, and I had a decent amount of yards.
I mean,
yeah, it would definitely have to be up there.
During that Bowling Green game, I mean, did you think to yourself, all right, when are these touchdowns going to stop coming? I mean, after the third, fourth one, I mean, did you think that you would reach number 5?
No, like, that's the thing with touchdowns. I don't know. I honestly never, like, people ask, like, how many yards did you get this game? You kind of give them, like, a look, or how many yards you get to get this game.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of, give somewhat of a prediction, a little guess. But for touchdowns, sometimes you have games with huge yardage, but no touchdowns, But when they happen, I don't know. Those are the things that totally happen just kind of in the moment. And at least in my experience, there's no predicting them. And when they happen, I'm not like, oh yeah, I'm guessing, I'm leading the score 5 touchdowns. Like, just like 1 came, then 2 came, then 3 came, and then at the end I had 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just take what you get. That's
just how it happened. Yeah, exactly.
Again, we're chatting with the 2017 NFL Draft prospect, running back out of Northern Illinois University, Joel Bouagnon. And I am pronouncing your last name correct, I hope?
It's a little ski, but it's a tough name. I mean, it's French, so it's hard to pronounce. It's Bouagnon, but you're doing a good job there.
All right, well, and again, we are here on the NFL Draft Bible Player Spotlight Show. Don't forget, you can check out this interview as well as more NFL Draft material over at NFLDraftBible.com. And Joel, I mean, fill us in as to what your schedule is looking like from now up until the draft weekend. I know you've been busy preparing for that pro day. Where are you training at?
So right now I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm training over at Corey Taylor Sports Performance. Like I said, in Louisville. I mean, that's been something else. I mean, that's a whole different experience. I thought I'd train hard before for college, but this was something completely different. I mean, day one I was another type of tired that I never felt before. Yeah, he's doing a great job getting us ready, and I mean, I feel differences already. Like, I mean, I can see results just in my body, and then I'm also like my numbers are getting a lot better. We go.
I'm sorry.
What's
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I said we go like 6 days a week, 2 times a day.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's pretty intense, but I mean it's gonna pay off for sure.
Do you have any goals for your pro day? Any specific numbers you want to hit?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. But I'll give you one for my 40. I'm aiming to hit a 4.5.
All right, 4.5. Hey,
so,
that will do it. That'll be good for sure. Now,
yeah, I'd be happy with that.
If you can give yourself a brief scouting report, I mean, what would you say is your biggest strength, and what is one thing that you would like to improve on?
It's my biggest strength. I'm gonna give it to my pass protection. Mm-hmm. I mean, because I think that's very important too, especially getting on to the next level in the NFL. You got to be able to protect the quarterback. But that was kind of one of the biggest things, like to even get on the field at Northern Illinois. Before you can touch the ball, honestly, you got to prove that you can pass protect. So I give my biggest strength to pass protection for sure, and then like my vision after that. But and then one thing I guess that I could improve on. I mean, that's honestly why I came to Corey Taylor Sports Performance. Is I mean, just my speed. You know, you could always get faster.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd like to just have. You know, I'm working right now to get that breakaway speed.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. And you mentioned the pass protection, and like you said, especially in today's day and age, I mean, with the NFL, it's more of a passing league now than ever. Got to pass protect, got to protect the quarterback without a doubt.
Right.
And you know,
and I honestly feel like I could do it all. I mean, I can catch a lot too out of the backfield. I mean, I caught a lot of wheel routes this year for multiple for over like 40 yards. So yeah, I feel like I'm a real natural catcher.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, like the one thing, if I could like perfect my game, it would just be I'm like real quick in the hole, you know, going through, getting around people. But it's that breakaway speed. I'd like to get a little faster.
Hey, and there's always something you could get better at, and like you said, you could always get faster. So there's that. What do you feel separates?
Exactly.
I mean, you touched on the pass protection. What do you feel separates you from any of the other running backs in this year's draft class?
I feel like that it's my speed, and that I am so well rounded.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there may be some people that like, you know, they're just only very fast and they're gonna break away as soon as they get in the outfield, in the open field. But I feel like I'm better than I'm good at almost every aspect of the game. So I guess well-roundedness.
Yeah.
And I feel like I could be that every down back for sure.
I think that's a very good way to describe your game, well-rounded. I mean, and I'm not just saying this because you're on the show right now, but I mean, you turn on the tape and you do see the pass protection. You do see the catching the balls out of the backfield, or I mean, in all around running back is what you see when you turn on the tape. Is there a current or former NFL player that you kind of try and model your game after? Maybe take bits and pieces of their game and add it onto your own.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's funny. I was looking at YouTube videos of him today and yesterday, but Arian Foster.
Okay.
I think he just retired actually, but yeah, Arian Foster. I feel like. I mean, when I watch him run sometimes, I'm like, that looks so similar to mine. Just the way when he makes a cut, like it's so smooth. Like people have called me before, like they told me like when I make cuts, it looks like I'm gliding through people. And when I watch Arian Foster, it looks like he looks like a glider, like he's making smooth cuts and just kind of slithering through the defense. So yeah, I think I resemble his running a lot.
Well, certainly not a bad choice, and somebody that made themselves have a heck of a career going the undrafted route, coming out of Tennessee, obviously, and like you said, just retired. Not a bad choice there with Arian Foster. Final question for you, Joel. Really appreciate you taking some time tonight. Let's say we got all 32 NFL general managers. They're tuned into this very interview. Why should one of them take a shot on you? Why should they want you a part of their organization?
I feel like people say this, but I will absolutely give you like everything that I have. Like I'll give you my full effort with anything. I mean, until I physically cannot pick up my legs anymore. I'll never quit, no matter what the task is. I mean, that's kind of something I was raised on. It didn't matter who was in front of me, how much older they were than me, how much faster than they were at me. If I wasn't better than them at the time, I was gonna work and get better than them, and then come back and beat them. You know, I grew up like my older brother was 5 years older than me, and obviously like I tried to like, you know, match him, do everything he could do, but he was 5 years older, right? So he's faster, stronger, and every day I try to wrestle him or race him or you know, play with his buddies, but they're all so much stronger and bigger than me. And I know the pain.
I know the pain.
Try to complain to him. I'm like, hey, it's not unfair. You're bigger than me. And I remember he'd be like, so what? It doesn't matter. Like, figure out a way to do it. You know, like he'd motivate me that way, and that honestly gave me, you know, my drive. I'd always want to be better than anybody I went up against, no matter what the circumstances. So, you know, and it would piss me off if I wasn't there, and then I'd go back, I'd work on it until I was good enough. So, I mean, I still take that same fire like up until today. You know, if I get an opportunity to do something and I'm overlooked for some reason, I'm gonna work hard until you have no choice but to look at me and to understand that you know, I could absolutely do the job.
Yeah, hey, I love it. I love it. And you know what? I mean, it was a lot of fun seeing you out there in Bedford, Texas at the College Gridiron Showcase. It was a pleasure meeting you, Joel. And again, I really do appreciate you taking some time tonight to join the show. It was a lot of fun chatting with you. And I
Yeah,
gotta tell you,
absolutely.
man,
It's my pleasure.
I think your future's looking pretty bright, man. Keep up the hard work. Hopefully we can keep in touch. And I'm rooting for you, man. Best of luck.
I appreciate it, Chris. Thank you.